Man, let me tell you, I'm excited thinking about this trip. We're out here with Ish Monroe. We're fishing for ling cod in 150 to about 200 foot of water. Whoa! Never give up! Never give up!
When I fish like him, you know I'm fishing hard. You ain't just wanna sit it on. Going Ike. Every time I'm rolling up into my spot, I get so hyped up. I think I'm going Ike. I got one goal, and that's gold. If we ain't into fish, then we're hitting the road. I live the life of a fisherman that never gets old. So welcome to the show. Oh, yo, we're going Ike.
I talked with a really good friend of mine, Ish Monroe. You know, Ish and I travel together. We stay together at a lot of those professional tournaments.
Ish Monroe, professional bass angler. I'm from Houston, California.
We talked about potentially shooting an episode of the show in the salt.
Telling him about it, I could see Ike's glitter, just like fish. There's more fish to catch than just bass. Then we're in. Him and Becker like, we gotta be at San Francisco. What can we do? And I'm like, the ling cod bite.
It's a species I never caught before. He talked about how hard the fish fought, the possibility of catching them on swim baits with bass tackle. And that made me excited. We've got a couple days right on the back end of this show that we both had to be at. It was an auto show called SEMA. We were gonna have a very short one-day window to shoot a show in the salt. I'm here at the SEMA show 2016, and the show's amazing. Think about it. It's 5 buildings loaded with not only custom cars, but new cars, concept cars, and a lot of hot chicks. I'm there working for one of my new sponsors, Vision Wheel. Now the hardest part, which one's to pick? Millions of sport fishermen out there that have trucks that want to trick them out.
I'm one.
Do you guys have rims for these folks?
All of them. For your Toyotas, your domestic stuff, everything. We make wheels for the stock height, leveled, and obviously the big stuff too. So we can take care of all the guys. You got trailer wheels, match it up, make it look good, get in the water, catch some fish.
There you have it. If you like to fish and you like to trick out your truck, you gotta have some Vision wheels. Come on, let's go. While we're there, I meet up with Ish. We're hopping on a plane tonight, and we're gonna go fishing for ling cod.
But man, I'm looking at San Fran, and it's not looking so hot.
What kind of waves are we talking about for tomorrow?
It's saying 14 to 15 footers tomorrow. I mean, that's like triple us.
Okay, give me a plan B and give me a plan C.
Always looking, you know, Monterey looks like it's okay. 8 to 10s maybe, which is only
8 to 10s. Dude, I fish out of a 20-foot bass boat. If the wind doesn't let us out there and we can't fish, what's plan C?
Maybe go fishing on Monday.
We're gonna leave SEMA in a little bit. We're gonna hop on a plane. We're gonna head back, looking for ling cod tomorrow. Keeping our fingers crossed, the waves let us fish. Come on, let's go. Ah! Oh God, don't get near me!
Step up to Exmark, the mowers that have been beautifying landscapes for more than 3 decades. Featuring high-performance zero-turn riders like the new Exmark Radius, starting at just $49.99. With any Exmark, you'll get a great-looking cut in less time, every time. That's why landscape pros purchase Exmark 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand. So what are you waiting for? Put an Exmark to work on your property. Find your local dealer or request a free demo today at weareexmark.com.
You know, as I'm driving down to this boat ramp, the first thing I see, this very protected harbor, and the water's flat. It's flat calm, and I'm like, yes! Yes, we're gonna be good, man, they were wrong. And we go to park, I look out, I see a jetty. And as I'm looking, there's like a giant wave that rolls over the jetty. And I'm like,
But when the swells are big and spread apart, it's still manageable when you've got a big boat to go out in.
First thing I do is I'm in a rental car. So I'm pulling stuff out. I've got 3 rods. I get my Under Armour bibs. I'm ready in case there's big waves, in case there's spray. I don't even have a tackle box. I've got a cardboard box with a couple baits in it. All the essential tools for a great day of fishing for ling cod. Bubble wrap, suntan lotion, a dirty sock, a McDonald's bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, and Berkeley Power Bait swim baits. You know, walking down the dock, he sees that I'm pumped up. Woo!
So here's the other great part about the Going Ike show. We push the limits.
This is a pretty big vessel, and I think we're gonna be able to handle it. But what is this?
Dramamine.
Dramamine.
For motion sickness.
Wow, okay, I'm taking one of these. I spool one more rod up with about 50-pound braid. We tie on some swim baits, which is really something we came to do. Now that's a swim bait. I am so stoked. I'm getting to fish for a species today I've never caught before. I gotta be honest with you, this might offend some people, but I'm more excited right now, fun fishing for my show, than I am for a bass tournament. I don't know why, I just am, I'm more excited. We start heading out of the harbor. We're seeing all this amazing wildlife, and I see sea otters just splashing around and playing. I'm from Jersey. I mean, we don't see that kind of stuff at all. We're gonna go out into these big waves and make about a 20-mile run.
But when it's rough out there, you take your time. There's no fish worth your life.
And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see a giant splash. Ah! Oh my God! We got it, man! Oh my God! Stay here, stay here. Oh my God! Oh, look, stop. I'm talking about a couple 100 yards away from us is a colossal sized whale.
We start screaming, wanting to throw a topwater at it, and I'm just like, no, dude, whale.
Wow! Whoa!
This is why I love coming out here.
Dude, I am freaking blown away. It's one of the things about being in nature, you know, getting to fish that I never take for granted is getting to see that kind of stuff. You know, we finally get out to this area, and as we're getting to it, I'm looking on the Simrad maps. And I'm looking at this spot, and the funny thing is, it's a lot like the bass spots I would fish for largemouth. It's a little bit of a point, and it has a smaller point that juts out from it. This is a classic fish holding spot, and we start to make what I call control drifts across these rocky outcroppings or rocky high spots. And you know, I've never done this style of fishing before, so I'm really keeping an eye on what Ish is doing. You know, we make about 2 or 3 drifts, and we're not getting the bites. You know, we're not getting any kind of signs that anything's happening.
Still haven't hit the bottom.
You know, finally, we get a little shallower and we make a different drift. Update
So
from
what's
the
going on
captain.
right now is the ling cod are actually moving into their fall spawn. And so they're getting ready to spawn. So that's why they're sitting on these humps and stuff like this, just like a bass. I mean,
They're staging.
they're staging, they're moving up, getting ready to spawn.
And how deep are they spawning?
They'll
Shallow?
spawn anywhere from, basically, I've seen them spawn as shallow as 30 feet, as deep as 200.
Wow. Be hard to sight fish one in 200 foot of water. And on this pass, you know, I see Ish get that first bite.
There he is. Got it. I'm
There you
on.
go.
I'm on.
There you go. Big one?
Nah, he's a little baby.
Number 1 of the day.
Little one.
Nice fight though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the little ones fight too.
Here he comes, color.
Little one.
Yeah, is that what they
That's a
look
ling
like?
cod, yeah.
Dude,
Dude, it's a crazy looking fish, man.
Don't
that's
lip
a
it.
ling cod.
That's a ling cod. Never
lip
lip them. No.
don't lip him?
Hey, God, don't get near me.
That thing's cool.
We've been there about 30 minutes and we've caught one already. So to me, that's a really positive sign.
Big one.
Ah!
Boom, baby.
Big fish of the trip so far. Nice fish, man.
So we make more drifts. We continue these drifts, and it seems like on every drift, Ish is hooking up, and I can't get the feel of it.
There we are. He's like looking at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "You kind of just drift with it and you bounce it."
You know, I'm used to deep water being 20 or 30 feet, and I look at his depth finder, and we're in 180 foot of water.
And he gets it out there. He's like, "Is it on the bottom yet?" And I'm like, "Yes, dude."
I just can't get the hang of what I need to do with this bait, and I'm working hard at getting the feel of the bite.
I saw him. First couple rocks he hits, he's triggered. He wants to be triggered. Top of it.
Uh-oh. Damn it.
Hung. Yeah, I'll back up.
I got it. It's always something, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then finally, I get my first ling cod bite.
You on? Got it.
Got him.
Give it. Yeah. Keep it on him. You got to keep the heat on him.
Oh God!
If you don't keep the heat on him, he comes up. He comes back. Drop it back down there to him. Drop it back down there to him. Drop it back.
He hit it, he hit it.
And he wants to pump him like he's fighting a bass, and it's like, no.
It was tough for me because it's a learning process.
What the hell?
You got to keep the heat on him.
It's a 9-to-1 gear ratio.
Yeah, but you didn't get a good hook set at him.
I didn't?
No, I watched your little wimpy hook set like you were finesse fishing, like he had a spinning rod in his hand is what he set the hook like.
I'm very competitive, and Ish is my buddy, but man, come on. I don't want to let Ish catch all the fish. You know, we make another drift. I set the hook.
Got him, get him, get him, get him. There you go, now you can just wind on him.
And finally, I've got a fish on that's fighting hard, and it's bulldogging.
You're good.
How deep was he? 1,000 fathoms.
I'm on. That's a good one. That's a good one. Double.
When I look down, that looks orange.
Yes.
What is that? What is that thing? It's a monster.
Look at that
Look.
thing. I've never caught one of those before. That's a wild, pretty looking fish. Nice.
Keep her ling.
That's a big one.
That's what we have right there.
Look at that. Awesome, dude. Side by side.
The rosy rockfish.
Rosy rockfish.
Rosy rockfish.
First fish, never caught one of these.
And it's a good eating fish, so we're gonna keep this one. So we throw it in the cooler.
Awesome, bro.
But man, I'm a little perturbed because I still haven't caught a ling cod.
That's
Big one.
Oh my God. Dude.
You gonna ease us out.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna ease us out a little bit. There you go. There you go. Can you say Linka? You're gonna catch more. You're gonna catch more. You're gonna catch more.
Man hug.
Man hug.
Look at that swim bait right in the corner of his mouth is pulled out. Dude, that's my first one ever. Look at that. How pretty those things are.
It's funny to watch Mike fish for other fish because once he got the feel, oh boy, he was on it.
You know, finally, I'm starting to get the hang of what I need to do with this swim bait. It's gotta maintain the bottom, but you wanna make sure it stays out of the rocks.
He gets the hop going, and all of a sudden he bounces off the rock and he's ready for that next bite because he knows.
When you feel that bite, you just kind of lean back and keep a steady pressure. So now that I'm getting the hang of what I'm doing, I'm starting to catch them now.
There you go.
Got him. There you go. He's on. That's a good one.
That's a good
Take
one.
your time.
That's a big one, bro.
That's a big one.
Oh my God.
That's a big one.
Oh, there's a fight.
There you go. That's a good one. Gotta get a high five on that one. Nice, good old ling.
Ah!
Green
Look at
ling.
that thing.
Ah! 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 Once we got dialed in, we could figure out the drifts, and then when they stopped biting on those drifts, we changed up like we do when we're bass fishing.
Dude, I am stoked right now. That's a big one for me.
That's a good one.
I don't need the second one I've ever caught in my life. Look at that thing. Look how beautiful they are. Look at the spots and the blues.
The fins.
Look at that. What a cool fish, dude. Look at the eyeballs on that thing. Wow, awesome, man. Very cool.
You're on the bottom. Oh, there it is. That's a ling cod.
I mean, at this point, Everything that I wanted from this trip has happened, is happening, and more. You know, I don't know how it could get any better.
I may never bass fish for largemouth ever again.
Oh, good!
And you got one.
I got it. We're fishing for ling cod in 150 to about 200 foot of water. The interesting thing to me is how similar they are to freshwater bass. They set up on the same kind of spots, high spots, drops, stuff with chunky rock on top. The other similarity to bass fishing is the bait. You know, now this is a bigger version of what I fish in freshwater all the time that's called a fish head spin. We're fishing anywhere from a 6 to a 9 ounce jig head, but it's got that bladed spinner in the back, just a typical fish head spin. We're using just a little barrel swivel, and the bait is very similar to what we throw in freshwater, just bigger. This is just a real generic boot tail swim bait. Now the one thing is when you rig this on here, you want to make sure that that tail, that boot tail, is facing the opposite way of the bend of the hook. And that's gonna give it maximum action, especially on these slow drifts. So I just get that bait and I wanna thread it through and have that hook coming out the back. Want that bait nice and straight. And there you go. A Magnum fish head spin with the swim bait on the back. It's a ling cod killer. You know, we continue to catch these things and we're really weeding them out. You know, we're catching so many now that the only ones we're gonna keep are that nice middle of the road size fish. You know, 8 to 12 pound fish are the ones we're gonna keep. And the limit is 6. You know, at this point, we've got 4 in the box and we need 2 more good ones. What a bite that was. Oh, he got it again. That was like a better one. And this time, Ish has got something on that feels good. I saw that bite. That bite was crazy.
Yeah.
And then he gets it up. He's like, no, it's just the medium size, average size fish. And he swings it in. And I'm not even paying attention because it's not a big one. And all of a sudden I hear Ish get excited. Come up here, you gotta see this. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, he's got an octopus down his throat. And I'm like, cool. Sure enough, I see it, tentacle. I get the pliers and I pull it out. It is an octopus.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Use it for bait.
Oh!
I'm dead serious. Put that on.
Look at that!
Put that on your jig head. Mike, you need to put the octopus on.
I'm like, the octopus?
And I know he thinks I'm joking. He's like, with the swim bait? I'm like, trust me.
I'm like, what? You know, what's the deal? He's like, man, that is the best bait you can use to catch a big ling cod.
He's got an opportunity catching a 20+ pound freaking ling cod.
Hold on a second. I want everybody at home, folks at home, to see this. And I'm leaning down to like grab the octopus and I get this bite. Look at this. Oh, good.
And you got one?
I got it.
He's got one.
I got him.
Falling.
There's an octopus in my crotch. There's an octopus near my crotch now. Stay over there, you octopus.
Like
I got a good one. I'm down. You stay over there. Don't you get me in my crotch.
Baby.
Yeah. Blue one, an octopus. And I'm hooking it directly on the jig head of the same swim bait I'm throwing. Part swim bait, part octopus. Come on, let's go.
I'm like, we're getting ready, we're gonna get lined up, we're gonna get on the juice, and it's gonna happen.
But I still don't believe that something's gonna hit a freaking dead octopus on a jig head.
Mike's gonna basically toss it out there, let it swim on the bottom, and hopefully he doesn't farm him when he hooks up, but most likely he's set up for a big one.
I drop it down, I'm like, okay, maybe this is a practical joke. I don't know if he's kidding or he's serious. I drop it down, I let it get to the bottom. Dude, I mean, it's down there 10 seconds.
And I think he might have hopped it like once, and all of a sudden the rod just loads.
Uh-oh, got him one bit it. Got him.
Good one, that's a good one. Told you, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Take your time, Mike, that's a big one.
And when I set the hook on this one, I instantly know that this one is a different animal. Oh my God.
It's the biggest.
Bro.
It's real. Don't pump him.
Oh my God. Oh, this is a different animal, bro.
I told you. It's the biggest.
Oh, chicken puss. Stay on there. I'm not even turning them, man.
Well, sorry. Look at that thing. Here you go, Mike.
I freak out. Yeah! Yeah! Chicken puss!
Yep, you still got the puss to make sure.
Look at that. It's the biggest ling cod I've ever caught in my life. That's what it's all about right there, man. Whew. Look at that. Saltwater fishing with Ish Monroe, the king of bass fishing, the king of frog fishing, is also the king of ling cod. Look at that thing. Awesome. Bro. Jig and puss equals giant ling cod. And I caught it on a jig and puss. A jig and puss. That's number 5 for us in the box.
Stop rocking till I retire.
On our very, very next drift.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a rock? Is it a buried treasure? What's he got?
That's what we came out here for. Freaking studs like this.
Another giant ling cod, and that's our limit. In a scenario like this, where we didn't even know if we were going to get to fish, it couldn't have panned out any better. But what really made this day special was getting a chance to fish with my buddy Ish.
When you have two guys who are on the same page, that means that you're gonna have a good day.
We spend so much time competing against each other. We have very few opportunities to get in the boat and fish together as friends. Not worry about points and pounds, not worry about money, not worry about sponsors. Just two guys in the boat that have the same passion, fishing for that fight. And that's what I'm going to remember forever. Amazing trip with an amazing angler. Hopefully get to do it again, fish in the salt, and catch some more of them giant ling cod. For information on the product and gear used in the show, go to MikeIaconelli.com and follow me on my social feeds at Mike Iaconelli. And if you want to help grow the sport of fishing, get kids involved. Go to theikefoundation.org to figure out information on how you can help get involved in getting kids fishing.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.